Welcome back, everybody, to your third favorite comic book podcast. This one's got a twist, guys. This one's going to have comic book discussion to a minimum. We're calling this one Everything But the Comics. I'm
Yeah.
here with my co-host, Comic Book Stash. What's up, buddy?
I'm alive. I'm good. Just got out of work. Literally walked into my house,
Is
and
that what you wear at work? You don't have like a uniform or nothing you have to wear?
no, I mean I have a shirt I have to wear that
Oh,
I'm not wearing,
gotcha. Yeah, right on, man.
but you can wear like a hoodie on top of it. So
That makes sense. Yeah. Because I remember at Target, like there's like a big whole thing. You can wear jeans. There was like a whole
you cannot wear
controversy.
jeans, but I wear like black jeans. I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah. Listen, buddy, we got a bit. So like I said, we're not going to talk about comic books a whole lot, but there's one big looming topic. It's got the
Yeah.
nerd world on fire. It lit into a frenzy. The Superman trailer
Yeah.
is out. I guess, dude, how do you want to do this? I guess tell me, do you have any initial thoughts before we get into it, dude? Because here's what we're gonna do in this pod, right? We're gonna watch
Yeah.
it, guys.
Go for
Christian and I have not seen. I haven't seen a lick of nothing, dude. I haven't seen
No.
screenshots. I didn't watch the
I've
teaser.
I've seen screenshots, but just because like I get bored of work and people are posting things, but like it's like
Yeah,
very minimal things. Like I saw like the Daily Planet, and it's like the Daily Planet.
right. You know that. Yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
there eventually. You're gonna see that at some point. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, dude. Let's just.
You want to hear my thoughts before we go into?
Yeah. Initial thoughts before we even see anything.
I'm honestly so okay with it. Like,
Yep.
I mean, like, yeah, it's cool, and I'm excited to watch the movie, but it's not like, oh my god, I need this right now. Like, I cannot live without this trailer.
I
You know what
gotcha.
I mean? I will say a phrase because this we're actually making into a TikTok that probably will go out today as a recording, December 19th. We're trying to get this out of the way quick.
Yeah.
So for the actually no, it works for the podcast too. Fuck.
Yeah.
Cody, I cannot believe we're gonna be the first two people on comic book TikTok to watch the trailer.
No, we're
No one else has done it.
hot off the presses, guys. This
Yeah.
is like a Daily Planet scoop, guys. We're
We're the
coming in
first
hot.
people to do it. So let's watch it.
All right, guys. Superman trailer, hit and play. Christian and I haven't seen anything. Keep that in mind. All right. Here we go.
Oh, when, dude, that's like the comics.
Okay.
Wasn't he like indestructible?
Suit's looking good, dude.
Like very bad at reacting. I think. Okay, he has a TikTok haircut.
Yeah, all the kids have a haircut with a
He
perm.
kind of looked like Noah Centineo a little bit. Okay. Okay, we know what's happening. You gonna get excited? You're a big.
I'm a dog guy. I love dogs.
You're a
dude.
dog guy. Oh, I thought he was calling Lex. Lex. Okay, this looks. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, that's cool. I like Mr. Terrific.
Wow, dude. Okay.
Final thoughts. That was good.
It was good, did you say? It was good. All right, let's run it again, but we'll put it on mute, okay? Oh
Yeah,
wait,
we'll
what is
go
this?
through
What's
some.
playing, dude?
Uh,
Uh-oh. Some weird stuff. All right.
um,
Listen,
yeah, we're
Christian.
gonna break it down now.
Not maybe not break it down, but dude, okay, listen. I was like you, right? Where it's like, okay, Superman movie, let's just check it out. Once the music starts going, dude, it got me, bro.
No, I'll
It
tell you
got me,
this.
dude.
Okay, but I'll tell you this. I kind of wish they went for something more unique with the music, like
More
not
unique,
reuse the
yeah.
same John Williams theme. Like, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
it's on guitar now.
It's on guitar. It's 2024 version of it. That's a good point.
Yeah,
Maybe it won't end up being in the final movie, I guess. I don't know. Like, maybe that's just to
yeah,
get
I
the
guess.
juices flowing, get the
I
nostalgia
do
juices
like,
flowing.
I do like that it's more colorful than DC as of
Immediately.
recent.
Immediately. It's more colorful. It's like night and
Because
day.
it is kind of wild to see director of Guardians of the Galaxy before a DC movie.
That is true. That's true.
Um,
We get some
I
stuff in
mean, I'm excited.
Smallville,
I feel
dude.
like, and like this has been like discourse on Twitter for a while now. That, like people are just so used to like the Zack Snyderification of like the DCU
Okay.
that like they expect everything to be like dark and everything. And it's like, no, dude,
Right.
like the dog's a part of it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, just showing crypto, right, is really just this is not, yeah, exactly, like you're saying. It kind of quells all those fears for me, all those kind of worries that people might have. It's like, nah, dude. There's a space dog, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the DCU. This is different.
I do like
Immediately.
seeing like the different people, like the hope and the hate.
Okay,
You
I thought
know,
it was a
and
rocket first. I get
no,
back
it's a
in the day.
can.
It's a
It's
can.
a
It's still
can. It makes me
funny,
like
but
more.
beans him like a foot away. It's like
I don't know how I like it. Feel about Guy Gardner and
his hair looks ridiculous.
his
It's
stupid
probably
hair. Like I
yeah,
know he's gonna be comic relief, but like
right.
I don't know. I mean, it looks good, like the movie,
Not his hair.
not his hair.
Dude. Okay, like what's up with this dragon thing too? Here, I'm backing it up a little bit. Okay, beans him in the head.
Yeah, can
Superman's
of
going to the
beans.
bank. Is getting a deposit out. That
It's like
weird dragon thing.
it's like a kaiju.
And then there's like an eyeball in the back. Like, what is going on in this movie, bro? Honestly.
I don't know if I'm like happy with it going so big immediately.
Right. That's someone's comment I saw. The only comment is like on Blue Sky. They just said like it feels like it's we're just stepping into the DCU, right? Like it's already been
Yeah,
going and we're kind of just popped in the middle
which
of
can
it.
be good. You know,
Right.
that can be good, but I don't know how I feel about it.
Man, don't autoplay, please, for the
Yeah.
love of God. So
Um.
yeah, dude, I got some write-ins from the crossover comics
Okay,
community. Is now
that's
a good time for
exciting.
this?
Yeah, you can go for it.
All right,
Let me
let's
turn my Discord notifications back on
there you go. Yeah.
because I had to turn them off for this, and I will forget if I don't do it right now.
So I
I
reached
mean,
out. I
go for it.
reached out to the crossover comics community. I asked them just like a one sentence first thoughts after watching the Superman trailer. First one, Captain Cody writes in. Fellow Cody, shout out, buddy.
Yeah.
He says it really seems like we got our Boy Scout Superman back in a big way. Do you think this shows the Boy Scout aspect that we've been looking for?
I like the. I mean, this is a very simple detail, but he hugs his dad,
Yeah,
and I feel like that's important.
that's gonna be listen. Say what you will about James. We're big
I
James Gunn fans
I did.
here,
I
right?
the well, okay. One of the only pictures that I saw was him hugging his dad, and it was a tweet. I don't remember who tweeted. If I can find it, I'll put it. But it was someone saying this is the scene where his dad tells him he's about to walk into a tornado.
Yeah, right. That's the you start getting like when you see Clark hugging his dad, you start getting little flashbacks to the tornado
Yeah.
scene. But no, dude, I think that that moment in the movie, whatever
Yeah.
that moment is, that's gonna hit hard emotionally, bro. If James
Imagine
Gunn
if it
finds
doesn't.
that,
Then imagine if it's just like, hey,
it's just
dinner's
like
ready. Yeah.
they're just like buddies hanging out.
Dinner's ready. It's like okay.
Vactor,
Okay.
friend of the show, Vactor writes in. He says, "Take me home, crypto."
Okay, that's
Talk to me
cute.
about crypto,
People
dude.
are people are loving crypto. I knew
Such a
crypto was gonna
cutie,
be in
dude.
it. I know Kevin Smith is really excited about crypto. So,
Okay,
hey,
Kevin Smith's
Vector, if
popping
you ever
off.
wanted something in common with Kevin Smith, you got it, buddy.
There you go, Vactor, buddy. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of this crypto interpretation, guys.
I like how he
Um,
looks. Like
yeah,
he's
it's
because I always see him like
a
a
white
like
lab,
a
sort of.
yeah, like a lab, like a
Yeah.
like a retriever,
Yeah.
golden retriever, sort of. I don't know, but it was nice to see. Just he's just like a little guy.
Oh, actually, this is where I saw the comment. This is what it was. It wasn't
Oh,
this guy. It was Comic Club, friend of the show, Comic Club. He
okay,
says James Gunn is throwing the audience into the middle of the DC universe,
okay.
skipping the origin story, brother.
I like
We know
that.
him.
I
You know what I'm saying?
appreciate people not showing me how everything started for the 20th time.
And he also mentions that he found it cool that they showed a difference in the characters portrayed. Right, so you got like I think it
Yeah,
was Hawk Girl, and then obviously you got the guy Gardner with the wacky haircut. Mr. Terrific makes an appearance as well. So yeah, just like we're starting to see more of the cast.
I don't.
Um,
I will say hot girl as far as she goes.
is
I don't
that
like
was it
the
Hawk Girl?
yeah yeah.
Okay.
I don't like the MCUification of her suit.
Oh yeah, MCUification's is a worry for sure. Just
Yeah,
because.
just the suits.
Yeah, just the suits. That's like, but I think there's some speculation that maybe there's like a story reason why they look so goofy, like they work for Stag Industries or whatever, and like that's why they're.
I don't know,
Anyways,
man.
Jan's Comic Space, one of my favorite people in the world.
Yeah, we love Jan. I actually, that makes me happy. I saw
Yeah,
Jan on my TikTok the other day.
yeah,
Hi, Jan.
Jan's been killing it, dude. New comic book day reviews over at Nerd Initiative. Jan
Yeah,
writes, "What an epic journey we are about to embark on." What do you think of that, dude? The
hey,
journey, the DCU journey.
it's kind of weird to me because like when we watched Iron Man in 2008, not that we watched it together, we didn't know we existed. But
I could feel you.
when we watched it as a community,
Mm,
we didn't know it was this like they mentioned that like oh like Nick Fury and everything, but we didn't
right,
see the scope.
right.
So it didn't it was like inconsequential. It was just like a movie I was watching and cool like something was born out of it.
Right.
So I don't know how I feel with jumping into Superman knowing that it's the start of something.
Right.
I don't know if that adds to it or it
It
takes
kind
away.
of yeah, it kind of adds to the pressure of it for sure, right? It's kind of
But it
like
kind of takes away from the movie because I'm already thinking like, oh, where's this gonna lead? Instead of like, I'm gonna watch a
mm,
movie
it's at
about
like a
Superman.
disadvantage by default. Yeah, that's an
Yeah,
interesting idea for sure. That's just the nature of it though, right? In our 2024
yeah,
uh
100%.
yeah,
It
movie franchises and such, but yeah.
yeah, I mean I like franchises. Like I'm not gonna say I don't, but I don't like everything starting out like, hey, this is the start of this. Instead of like, back in the day, a movie was good, we just got another one,
Mm,
you know. But like even Sonic, they announced Sonic 4 today.
they announced it? Yeah, yeah.
Sonic 3 hasn't come out.
Oh, I see what you mean. I totally thought I was like, oh yeah, Sonic 4, that's got Keanu Reeves' shadow. Oh, you're talking
No.
that was Sonic 3, you're talking Sonic 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a scary thing to walk into.
Right.
Like I said, I'm gonna watch all of them because
For
I
sure.
believe in not hating a movie until I watch it. If I watch it and it sucks, I'm gonna hate it.
Oh yeah,
You know?
you and I have always been saying that for sure. Like you can't like make a declarative opinion on something when you've only seen a trailer. It's so crazy to me. People be
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I saw one preview of a page of a comic and now it's gonna be trash." Like, huh? Like, what about
Yeah.
the other 27 pages? Like,
It's just I don't know. I'm gonna give it a chance. It looks cool. I just don't know how I feel jumping into the whole universe.
yeah. So to me, it just looks like it just looks like it's really busy. I mean, you're talking
Yeah,
about
it
like
looks
how
busy.
many villains. You're talking like all these different, a lot of plates to spin, right? Not that I don't doubt that
Yeah.
James Gunn can do it.
The
It's
only
just
reason why I would have wanted
it's not as simple as
an
Man of Steel, right?
origin
Right.
was because it's the beginning.
I gotcha.
But I'm gonna go into it, watch it, and be excited. You know, it's like you know what I will say. It's like for example, it can be done
Mm,
if you look at the Mandalorian. Because you look at the Mandalorian, and it's Star Wars. Star Wars is a pretty big universe already, right?
right.
But the Mandalorian just felt like I'm just gonna watch this character do his thing
Mm,
for one season, and whatever happens after, like I don't want, I don't care to know. I'm just gonna try this out, and then they expanded. But like,
right.
it wasn't announced that the Mandalorian was gonna be like the beginning of. No, it was just
Mandalorian season 3,
it
Baby
was just
Groot
it was just like, hey,
everywhere.
we're making a show,
Hmm.
and that was it. So I don't know. It's scary.
Bryce Hillbilly Comics, friend of the show, writes in. He says, "Everyone is about to see why I love Superman as much as I do." Now that's an interesting idea because I feel like liking Superman in the year 2024 is like a secret, bro. It's like a hidden.
It's like liking Captain America.
Yeah, it's like, bro, as a Superman fan, right? And I'm not even like I haven't read,
I
million
have a
million
Superman
Superman. I,
back
I
there,
haven't
and I
read
wouldn't
every
just
single issue of Action Comics or whatever, right? But
no,
I've
yeah,
read some of the bigger Superman stories. But I really do feel like it's like a secret, bro. I feel like everybody talks about Batman Year One and stuff, but I don't know, dude. Let me put it this way: for all the Batman that I've read way more Batman than Superman.
yeah.
The smaller amount of Superman that I've read is way better. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
I
a
really feel like
okay.
it's
When I had a feeling like that,
mm,
I I I'm getting World War World War Hulk for
mm,
Christmas.
yeah, yeah.
And I sort of did some reflecting, and after reading Immortal Hulk, I was like, I think the Hulk's just my favorite Marvel character right now.
Dude, okay, yeah, that's what people say. Read the Hulk. They say, yo, Hulk's kind of underrated. People think he just goes
But I
around
kind of
smashing
feel
stuff,
like I
but
don't want to say it.
mm,
Like I really didn't want to say it until right now because I'm
you're like
like,
embarrassed, yeah.
aesthetically, I don't like the Hulk. He's just a
Right.
big
But
guy,
he's
like
involved in a ton of stories that you enjoy. It's like,
yeah, and like Immortal Hulk was just such a good story that I was like,
mm,
he's just cool.
right. You
But like
like the
I don't want to parade around saying it.
right. No, I mean, it sounds like you are just the most, well-rounded comic book fan in terms of you. It sounds like you like what the writers can do with a character instead of just wholeheartedly liking a character and not even
Yeah,
really caring so much about the people behind it. You know what I'm saying? For example, like
yeah.
like some people are just all about Spider-Man, brother. They
No,
love
no, no.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Even then like the Flash,
Mm,
like who's my favorite superhero of all time. I don't care for another Flash movie.
I got
Like
you.
I have like I have like tattoos of things I like. I would never get a Flash tattoo.
I got you.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
he's my favorite character and that's cool.
Well, it's because you'd have to cover up the Punisher tattoo that you already have, so you have
Yeah,
to.
on my chest.
Yeah. Um, listen, one more write in. BJ Comics. He's a newer guy on Comic Top, guys.
Okay,
Follow
welcome in
BJ.
BJ. We love
Um,
BJs.
yeah, we love BJ's. He writes in. He says I am ready to see it. He's ready to see it. He wishes he liked DC more than he does. Now,
Okay.
dude, that's interesting to me because I'll be honest with you, bro. I have almost completely fallen off of Marvel, brother. Like off a face of a cliff, man. I'm talking
Yeah.
shows. Nothing really is piquing my interest at all. Really,
Yeah.
movies. I saw Deadpool, Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? Comics. We're not talking comics this episode,
Yeah.
really, but it's really only the Ultimates that I'm pulling from Marvel.
Yeah.
So for the Marvel stuff, dude, I'm like totally cool on. I'm like all on DC right
You know
now.
what? Even with DC, I'm a little bit burnt out.
Listen, I don't blame you, bro. I
Yeah.
don't blame you. You like what you like, but in terms of, I'm definitely burnt out on Marvel. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I know that for sure.
Also, I will say, I do go to Sam's Club more than I go to BJ's. I don't think I have a BJ's membership. I want to
I
put that out there.
yeah, in my mind they're kind of like, what's the difference between them? Like,
It's the same thing. I
I gotta
said I
go to
love
one.
BJ's, but I don't really go there.
I got you. You don't want to be a fake fan for sure.
No, no, no. I'm a Sam's Club guy.
But
I'll
listen,
leave
bro.
Costco to the other guys.
I was gonna say maybe yeah, you leave Costco to the Costco guys. Leave
Yeah.
that to the Rizzler. Um, but listen, Christian, that's the last write-in I had, dude. Is that it for our Superman under the
Yeah.
gun?
I
Under the
think.
gun?
Yeah. Under the. I'm. Look at me. Look at me.
Under the gun.
I'm under the gun, dude.
Yeah, dude. Under the gun. We gotta
Yeah.
stop saying gun. We're probably gonna get flagged for saying gun too many times.
That's how I feel. I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and they were talking about they were playing like a werewolf, that game,
Hmm.
And there's a character called I don't remember what the character is, but the character's whole point is like to die. He has to pretend he's a werewolf, so
Hmm.
people choose him, and like they kept saying like no, like he wants to die, and then they get like at the bottom of the video, if you watch it, it's like the suicide hotline phone number
That right. Just
that
like
YouTube just added it. Like, hey guys,
he wants to die. He wants to die.
so let's not say gun that much.
Yeah. Well, listen, YouTube. It's got two ends, brother. You can't flag us.
Yeah,
It's got
it's
two ends. It's
under
someone's
the
name,
gun,
brother.
as in James
It's a
Gunn.
pun, dude. Okay. What else we got for this episode, Christian? I said this would have nothing to do with comic books. What
You have a very interesting episode. I'm not going to say exciting. Not that it's not exciting, but I'm just very interested in it.
Right. No, for the record, when Christian and I are about to go back and forth, right, and do our thing,
Yeah.
a lot of these maybe no one gives a shit about, but we talked
don't
about
say
Superman.
it like that. We want people to watch this.
No, it's like some of them are personal stuff, So, but yeah. So I asked.
I will
Christian,
say this.
Yeah.
I'll go. No, go ahead. Explain it,
No.
and then I'll go into.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I asked Christian, give me a list of 10 things from the year that are not comic book related that you loved. Right. So 10 things that I loved from the year. They could be anything. I told Christian movies, TV, music, experiences. He had a really good poop last Thursday. You can write that down, dude. I don't care.
I haven't had a good one in years, but
Years, dude. It's the gluten or whatever.
yeah. Okay, but you can start.
All right. My wife would kill me if I didn't say the first thing that I loved this year was my wife.
Well, I would say you can say your wedding.
No, yeah. So I was gonna get into it, but like I also wrote, just all of our experiences together, right, guys? Like if you've been following me for a while, you might know that me and my girlfriend, we were together for 10 years. We finally got married on our 10-year anniversary. It was also
10.
Yep, April 8th. Close, buddy. That's actually
Close.
Impressive. Nice job. That was the day of the
Sandy
eclipse. If you remember that from earlier in the year.
Yeah, and the under the sea dance.
10 years prior, that was our first ever date. Was the spring fling semi-formal in like sophomore year of high school. So anyways, that's got to be my all-time favorite thing, was just marrying her. And then we moved down to Maine, but I'll get into that a little bit
You're
later.
starting at number one, like the best thing.
Right. That's my number
okay.
10. That's the word.
They're not in order.
Just
There's
kidding,
just
wife.
10 things we like.
Yeah. That was my first thing. Lay it on me, Christian. What was the first thing that you loved?
I'm gonna start by saying Oasis coming back together,
Okay.
but also like adding Gorillaz and Blur into the mix, and I will explain
Ooh.
myself. So Oasis came back, and I was like, I love Oasis. That's pretty cool. And then Oasis had a big rivalry with Blur.
Right.
And then the lead singer of Blur, Damon Albarn, is the lead singer of Gorillaz.
Okay. Yep.
So I for like a month straight, I spent a lot of time listening to Oasis, Blur, and Gorillaz. I didn't just stay with Wonderwall. I was like,
Yeah, no. That's
I
a
was
good
listening to
playlist.
all
That
of it.
playlist probably bangs, dude.
yeah, I was listening to all of it. And just like Blur, I only really knew like 2 songs, maybe. Like Girls, what is it? Girls and Boys? Yeah, I have it right here. I pulled it up. Girls and Boys, I knew song 2, and then like
Song 2, classic. Yeah, of course.
yeah, that's it. But I've been like going back into like the Blur catalog, and then like also going back into the Oasis catalog, and then subsequently Gorillaz. It was really cool to just like re-listen to some things I really liked, but also just find new music.
Dude, that's a good one.
It all came out of like a band coming back together.
I got
Like,
you.
if I'm really honest with you, like I know people who bought tickets. I wouldn't buy tickets to that concert at all. They can hate each other tomorrow if they wanted.
Right. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. So you just have like, and I'll be honest with you, if I can get into my second one, that kind of relates to it because
Okay.
I put down music, a thing that I love this year. Music. No, but so to explain a little further, like you, dude, it sounds like we kind of had a similar kind of thing where I kind of reached back in, to the playlist of like 10 years ago, like the stuff that me and Riley were listening to 10 years ago. Like for example, a big one that I've been listening to like on repeat that I played a lot back in the day.
Okay.
The Postal Service.
Okay.
So
I like the
got
Postal
back into
Service.
that. Listen to that like when I sleep and when I try to go to sleep, or it's good listening.
You do listen
reading
to
comic
music
book.
when you sleep.
Yep, it's good.
I forget.
That's a good one to read comics to as well. But I'll add on to this, right? This year I got the Apple Music at some point. I like switched over from Spotify to Apple. Say what you will, yada 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 about the Spotify Wrapped and all
Yeah,
that
it's just
stuff.
stupid. Don't worry about
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's whatever. But I also got a pair of AirPod Maxes, like
it.
refurbished,
Okay.
cheaper. And dude, the combo of the music, Apple Music with the AirPod Maxes, it's like changed. It's changed music for me, dude. Like for real. Like
Okay.
I'm not like an audiophile by any means, but it's like I'm falling back in love with music. So
You
that's been
know,
a lot of fun this
I
year.
really would like to have AirPod Maxes,
Yeah,
but like
listen, I mean
I
they're
get
expensive,
headaches.
but
I get headaches if I have like a
gotcha.
headset on. That's
They're
why I
they're a little
switched to
heavy
the.
too.
That's
That's
why
the
I
thing.
switched to the little wired headphones
I
because I get
gotcha.
headaches like right at the top of my head.
That's the thing that the AirPod Maxes they're pretty heavy. Like the sides are metal and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
longer listening sessions are a little bit rough. But and then the last thing I want to shout out the album that I really fell in love with this year. It's a recent one, but Tyler the Creator's new album.
That was a good one. I've been
Yeah,
listening to Tyler lately, so
dude, and that new album he put out was so sick because the entire thing is like cyclical, right? You can just listen to it
yeah,
on repeat. All the songs connect, but
that's
also
good.
the first song, last song connects. So I had a lot of fun listening to that. That's my number two. Just falling in love with music again this year,
Yeah,
dude.
that's good.
Yeah.
I, whew, I don't know why you're numbering them. They're really not in order.
No,
I
I just it's my second one, but
Yeah.
you know.
The next thing I fell in love with again a little bit was, I mean, books, but I want to like talk about specifically the
Mhm.
Percy Jackson series.
Nice, dude.
I read the first 5 Percy Jackson books in
Okay.
5 days.
There you go, dude. Those books are like that. Like from that, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Those like young adult, you can
There
just
was a
rip through 'em.
magic. There was a magic about like the first, like it was like every chapter was like 10 pages, and it just felt so like in your head it made sense.
Mm,
Like if I wanted to take a break from reading, I knew that if I read like 2 more pages, I'd be done with the chapter.
right.
As for like, and I'm not saying other books are wrong for not doing it like that, but it's an easy read. It's like what 300 pages per book. Like the longest book is like 326.
And the text is always pretty large too, if I remember.
It was a decent amount. It was like not super large. Like it's still like a good chunk
Yeah,
of reading, but it was good. Made me fall in love with Greek mythology again.
there you go, dude.
Uh,
Yep.
I I once went. I would say this one time I went on when I was this girl back in like 2017, 16, and she invited me back like after we were at like a fair. She was like, "Hey, you want to go to like my car?" And I talked to her about Greek mythology for about an hour, and then I left.
The classic.
And then I now like reading Percy Jackson, I was like, yeah, I really like this. Remember that one time I went on a
Yeah.
date?
Yeah.
So it brought me back to like I watched the movies when I was a kid, the Percy Jackson
Mm.
movies. They suck.
Logan
but I love
Lerman.
them. Oh, Logan Lerman's White Boy of the Decade, right?
Oh, I didn't hear he won that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I said like White Boy of the Century. He might be the Century.
Oh, that's the highest. That's
Yeah.
the highest honor. That's great.
Just like I don't know, falling back in love with reading, dude. Like I
Yeah,
set
dude, you've
myself
been
up with the
reading.
goal
Yep.
of reading like novels last year, 12,
Right.
and I didn't do it. And then this year I'm at like, I'll pull it up right now, dude,
Lay it on
because
me,
I do
dude.
think it's important for me. Like it was like a big goal that I had, and I didn't feel like I could achieve it. And then once I read Percy Jackson, I was like, oh my god, this
It
is
like
so
unlocked.
doable.
Yeah, I got you.
So it's Percy Jackson and reading. I'm just gonna say the books I read, just in case anyone is interesting. Although I will make a TikTok about it. Books I read this year. Where the hell is it? 13 books I read. Just if you want to know, in one year,
There you
I
go.
read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Had never read anything Harry Potter,
There
and
you
I
go.
already owned the book, so I didn't give that lady any money.
Right.
Actually, that woman any money. I'm not gonna call her a lady.
That's true.
I read
She
this
deserved
book,
to be.
Pure Nessie by Susanna Clark. That was pretty good. Catching Fire, the second book in the Hunger Games series. Hunger Games, the first book in the Hunger Games series. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Narnia, had never read either. Holes, you know Holes, right?
Love holes. Big fan of holes.
Big fan of Holes. The Magician's Nephew, which is another one in the Narnia series.
Oh, okay.
The Hunger Games one I already said. Norwegian Wood, which is like a very dark book, but it was pretty good. The Book of Three by Lord Alexander, and then all of the Percy Jackson books.
Yep.
And that's what I read. And we're done with books. Now, Cody, go.
No, dude. The last thing I'll say about books is that's one of my goals for the
Oh,
new
I
year
saw
is to
you with
read
Andy
more
Weir, right?
books. Yeah, it's trying to
Yeah.
read more books. I don't know if I'm not gonna set like a number goal for myself because I know I won't be able to
I'm a
reach it.
maniac
But
with like.
yeah, because like ideally you want to go like a book every month, right? But
Yeah.
between single issues and collected, it's like it's
Well,
tough. But
if it makes you feel any better, my goal was a book a month,
yep.
and you would think he achieved it, but I didn't, because the first month I read like 6 books. Like yeah, look, January I read 6 books, then March I read one, June I read another 5. It was just like I would
Yeah,
just
yeah.
get like a oh my god I want to read, but it
Yeah,
wasn't a
yeah.
book a month, dude. It was not. Also, some of the books I read are small. So
Still, but on average, though, you know what I'm saying? Because, like,
no,
here's
no,
the
no.
thing.
Like an
Here's the
average,
stat that
yes.
everybody always says, right? If you read one book a year, just one, doesn't matter how big it is, how small, whatever. If you read one book a year, you're like in the top 98% of Americans or something like that. That
Yeah.
because no one reads here. So as long as we're reading anything, brother, we're like in the top.
Hey, pick up the Percy Jackson books, dude.
Yeah, dude, fall back in love with them.
You know what I will say? Like, this is the last thing I'll say about books.
Hmm.
A lot of people hate reading because they read in school.
They were like forced to read. They never read for pleasure.
Yeah, like I read Catcher in the Rye in school, and I didn't even finish it. I was like, this sucks.
Hmm.
And I recently started rereading it. I haven't finished it, and I was like, oh, this is lovely.
Dude, I
Not
thought
lovely,
about
but
that, bro. It's like, no, you're exactly right. I mean, listen, there's a reason why these works of art are chosen for high school reading and stuff like that. And maybe you don't appreciate it as much when you are that age. So I thought about picking up like, you
hey,
start reading
Fahrenheit
Kill a
451 is
Mockingbird.
a
Like maybe
classic, dude.
that'll blow my mind again. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
it's kind of scary growing up and like being like, actually, yeah, it didn't suck.
yeah, like it's like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's a reason why these books are so highly acclaimed. Like, it's an interesting idea, like trying to read them again as an adult. I definitely think it's not a bad
Yeah,
idea at all. But definitely in the new year, my goal is to read more books. That's
yeah,
just
that
what
makes
I'll
sense.
say, just more in general. But yeah, dude, you want to go for my number? My
Yeah, yeah,
favorite?
go for it, please.
Let's say go for one thing I've really loved this year, Christian, and it's a new love, and it's staying off of social media / watching the news. Dude, they're not lying when they say if you stop doing that, your just life just improves. Like no joke. Like
Okay,
since the election, which I mean at the time of recording, it hasn't been that long, but just being blissfully ignorant about the world around me. It's not how I used to live. You know what I'm saying? I used to be very plugged in about what's going on
yeah,
in the news, very politically active kind of person. But this last month, dude, I've just been turning it all off and just focus on my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think that's
yeah.
it's been doing one. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Like I feel like I got to know about stuff at some point, but
No, yeah, I feel you.
yeah,
If
it's
there's
been a nice little
anything
break for
big, you'll
sure.
know. Yeah, I'll let you
That's
know.
the thing. Riley's still a little bit plugged in, so it feeds through. I hear some bigger stuff from her,
Yeah,
but just in general, man, focusing on the
just
YouTube, on the
life.
TikTok, like on the jobs going well, and just
Yeah,
reading has been doing wonders for me in terms of mental health. So listen,
good.
guys, give it a shot, bro. Like no, like I'm not joking, you dude. I've cut Twitter out cold turkey. Like obviously I'm on Blue Sky now, but
Yeah,
that's more comic book stuff. Like because you can kind
I
of
would say
tailor it.
like if you
Um,
like just like don't go on like TikTok and those like set up notifications for us, but like other than that,
no, so I mean that's the thing, right? Like my media intake or my social media intake right now is
yeah,
just comic book stuff.
I
Like
feel
even
you.
on YouTube, like I used to watch, whatever, but now I'm watching action figure hauls. I'm watching,
No,
comic book
I'm
stuff,
watching
like
like the dumbest things.
or the Eddie Burback video that just came out
Oh,
where he's
I
eating it.
watched it. It was pretty
I
good.
didn't finish it. I didn't finish it,
It's pretty good though.
but yeah, dude, that's why. Listen, get off social media, guys. At least get off Twitter. Like,
Yeah,
at least get off Twitter. I promise you, your life will greatly improve. I know mine
yeah.
has. So yeah, that's one of mine.
Okay. I guess I'll go for my next one. This is what,
Yeah,
3?
dude, lay it on me, buddy.
Breakfast.
Breakfast, dude. He loves breakfast. This guy.
You know what? I never used to have breakfast.
Okay.
it was just not something I did. I'd have like I would get to work and like have like a Red Bull and maybe like
Breakfast a
may
champ.
maybe like a snack.
I gotcha. Yeah,
But
yeah.
now I'll get to work. I'm having like a yogurt, a banana.
Yeah, but
Like,
dude, low key, the yogurt might be the
dude,
entry
like
point because I got
that
Riley on
Greek
the yogurts.
yogurt.
Now she's Riley. I got Riley hooked up with the fancy like glass jar
Oh, okay. Oh,
yogurts.
yeah, nice. No, I like a
Um,
little parfait. I like a
yeah,
parfait.
dude. Okay, so yeah, dude, yogurt's like the gateway
Yeah.
breakfast foods, bro.
I
You
still
get someone on
some
yogurt, they'll be eating
granola,
breakfast. Yeah,
some
yeah.
yogurt. I will say I still do the Red Bull, but I need to wake up.
You gotta have. I mean,
Yeah.
I drink the coffee. I got the.
I can't do coffee, man. It
This
messes
is a
me up.
chai. I got the chai going.
Nice. No, but I do the Red Bull. I do the breakfast, dude. Avocado toast. I get the hype.
Dude. Okay, this is
I
good,
get
man.
the hype.
A little
So like
breakfast
now,
boy. This is
I'm
great.
a breakfast boy now. Like because if you've noticed on a trip, like we've gone on trips together. I don't
Yeah,
really like eat breakfast like that, dude.
dude. Breakfast is consistently been like the one meal that I'll always eat for sure.
Yeah, I'll skip dinner sometimes, but the breakfast now, like I cannot live without it, dude.
I got you, dude. This is good news, man. This is great.
I like breakfast.
Most
Anytime.
important meal of the day, man. Do you feel like you
Also,
get like you have a better day if you eat breakfast?
not really. I just
No,
enjoy myself.
I got you.
And here's the thing: it can be anything.
Okay, cool. So you're
Yeah.
not a picky.
No, I'm
You're
I'm not sticking with breakfast
I got you.
foods. I can eat a pizza if I want, dude. As long as it's in the morning.
Yep,
Like here's the thing: as long as it's within like an hour of me waking up, we're good.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. This is great news, man. More people
Yeah.
need to be eating breakfast, man. It's important.
100%.
Fiber. Make sure you guys get some fiber.
Yeah.
Apparently, something like I don't know why I know all these stats about Americans. 90% of Americans don't eat enough fiber.
Well, I'll tell you this. Do you know why breakfast is the most important meal of the day?
No. Lay on.
Marketing.
Oh, there you go. It's like
It was
it's like
just
Christmas.
It was just some guy like straight up like trying to sell breakfast foods, and he like
yeah.
no joke convincing doctors that breakfast was like really important.
I gotcha. That sounds like a freaking corporate entity. That
Yeah,
sounds right.
it wasn't even like oh like there's backup to this. Like no, it was just random.
Yeah.
Like oh, I want to sell breakfast.
That
He
sounds like
sold
a
breakfast, dude,
yeah.
and it
Big
still
breakfast.
stands.
Shake my head, dude.
It's like this. I'll say this. It's like bananas and like what is it? Potassium.
Mm-mm.
Not that big a deal. Bananas are mostly fiber and sugar, dude.
Oh, I got
Like
you.
a
Yeah.
glass of milk has more potassium than like a whole thing of bananas.
Right. Big banana. Push that one
Yeah, a
through.
big banana is
Big
on her
banana,
ass,
dude.
dude.
Listen. Next one for me, guys. Let's go with. I wrote the same thing twice on one of them, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's say I've been loving shows this year.
Okay.
About people that are stuck somewhere and they cannot leave, dude. Shows like that are so good, dude.
Okay,
I'm
tell me
talking
about it.
Silo, right?
Okay.
Picture this in the future. All these people are stuck. There's 10,000 people stuck in a silo. You can't get out
Yeah.
because the world outside's like irradiated. Murder mystery detective type of thing. You know how it
Okay.
is for old Cody here. Then you got Yellow Jackets,
Yeah.
a women's soccer team, like a high school women's soccer
You've
team.
met an actor from
Oh,
Yellow
Elijah
Jackets.
Wood. Yeah.
There you go. I'm with you.
It's, I don't know if it's in frame, but it's over there. So Yellow Jackets, they're stuck in the woods and they have to resort to cannibalism and such. And then From, which I talked about a couple weeks ago, so I won't bore you guys again. But
From who you
from the
talk
people who
about
made
all
Lost,
the time,
dude.
dude.
So listen, me and the wife are just loving these types of shows. Let me ask you this, Christian, because there's always this discussion, right? Like this debate where people say the golden age of television. They say this phrase, right? And I think they probably talk about like when The Sopranos was coming out, probably up until like Breaking Bad or something like that.
Band of Brothers type shit.
Yeah, stuff like that. Right now is the better time for TV. I mean, like who even playing? Like people.
Okay, I'll say this.
Yeah.
It really depends on when you watched it, and it's like okay, you watched Drew Gooden at all?
I've seen a lot of Drew Gooden videos,
He
but maybe
made a
not
video about SNL.
Okay. Yep.
And it was like
I've seen that one.
His favorite era of SNL was, like the Lonely Island era.
Okay.
but he comes to the conclusion that the best era of SNL is whatever you watched when you were a teenager.
I see. I got you. Yep.
And that's how I feel about like this is the golden era of it's just whenever you enjoyed it.
Right. So like
Because
people
if you
writing
ask my
articles
parents,
about the
yeah,
golden age of TV.
if
That's
you
when
ask
they
my
were watching.
parents,
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Oh, the late '90s,"
Right.
because they were in their 20s and
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
probably had more time to watch TV. And she's like, right now you're in your 20s, and like for you, it's
It's
the golden
hitting.
age.
It's hitting. Yeah. I
Yeah,
know what you mean. I know what you mean. But in terms of like, no, because there's always like people are like, oh, what decade of it's it's that question, but
yeah,
it's like always the most current is my answer because you could watch
yeah,
everything in the past.
yeah.
It's like
Exactly. It's always gonna be whatever you're like into at the moment. I feel like with anything, it's like comics. People are like, "What's the best era?" I don't know, man. The stories I enjoy.
right,
Like
100%.
I believe in like you like a movie or a show, you like it, dude. I don't care
Right.
what anyone else says. Like I like The Last Jedi. Someone wants to talk shit about it, go for it.
Mm,
I remember being there December 15, 2017, locked in the movie theater, watched it with my dad. Special event.
nice.
Now people
Special. Yep.
hate that movie.
Hmm.
I don't care, dude. It's you're watching From. I think you're stupid for it, but I
As
don't
long as
care.
I'm not paying for MGM, bro,
I'm
that's the
kidding.
key. As soon as you start paying for MGM, then you're an idiot. But
No,
as long
yeah,
as you got the parents paying for it for you,
yeah,
um. But yeah, that's mine, dude. Just like prestige, just the TV shows that I've just been
yeah.
loving lately, dude. Shrinking too. I'll mention because
Shrinking is phenomenal.
phenomenal, dude.
I
We gotta
haven't
watch
finished.
the new
I
episode.
haven't. I haven't finished season 2. I'm like, I'm backed up.
I got
I
you.
think Brett. What's his name? Brett Goldstein? No, what's his name?
Like the actor. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he showed. He just showed up.
I gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a pretty interesting arc in the season. So definitely
Um. What
tune
can I
in.
say? I'm thankful for one experience.
Mm.
I went to a concert with my mom and my cousin. And why is that important? There was this show in like Argentina. It's like a novella, like it was just some like show. Like they sang songs, and it was like a, like a teen drama basically. And it ran for like 2 seasons. But when I was a kid, it was like the thing everyone talked about in South
Mm.
America. And so it had songs. They did like a tour, and they went to Ecuador. Now I must have been 9 when this happened. Um, or like, yeah, 9 or 8, and they went to Ecuador, and my mom, like my mom was like, hey, like we can do that, but like we can go to Disney on Ice and take your brother, so we can all go to Disney on Ice. So that's what we did. And Disney on Ice was great. I was like 8. Someone spilled Coke in the row behind us, and it went into my mom's like pants, like the back of like her pants. But it was fun. But like for 18 years, I've sort of like always told my mom, like, I cannot believe you didn't do this.
Yeah.
As a joke, like I never really cared about it. Like I don't listen to those songs. But dude, that same artist, they did like a reunion tour, and my mom took me to the show,
Nice, dude.
and like I was just like, okay, it's funny first of all that we're doing this, but just going, dude. Like I was surprised, like how the brain just knew all the lyrics.
Nice.
Because I listened to him, but I sort of like skipped him in the car, and then this concert starts, and she started singing, and I just like, I
Yeah,
went back
that's
18
funny, dude.
years,
Yeah, yeah.
dude. But it was fun, and it was a great experience. I had a margarita, and I watched the show,
There you go,
and
dude.
it was great, dude.
Can't have a bad time with a margarita, buddy.
Dude, honestly, like a margarita is such a fun drink. Because
Oh
here's the
yeah,
thing,
dude.
margarita is not gonna get me drunk.
Okay.
A
We
margarita.
might be drinking different margaritas.
No, I think no, Cody. I've drank with you. You remember when you had that one beer in Washington?
I I just drink
Okay.
like 2 beers and I get
Yeah,
wasted. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Cody had one beer when we went to Washington for Awesome Con,
I probably did not enjoy it either.
no, you finished all of it.
I try to
And
finish the beer, but I don't
we
like it.
we went to a restaurant with my family, and like as we were ordering food, Cody looked at me and said, like, I'm gone. I'm not okay.
Oh, like that, like a street fair they had. Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Dude. But no, a margarita is just a good drink. I enjoy like the taste. Like I like citrus
Okay.
drinks a lot. So it's like a lemonade, but like it also has like a smokiness from the tequila. So yeah, I like a margarita. I'm not gonna put it in the top 10 things I like from this year. It's not like
Ooh,
that. I can
let
I
me.
can
I'm
live with that.
erasing margaritas off of one of
I can
those.
live without margaritas,
I got you. Yep,
but I cannot live without going to that concert.
that's cool, dude. That's a nice experience there. My
Yeah,
next one, dude.
go for it.
Uh, I'm gonna shout out some movies, right?
Okay, what are you doing that? I'll do that too.
Okay, so this year I haven't seen as many. Like,
I know.
I was looking at my
I'm
movie
aware.
list, right, and I'm like, man, there's not a lot that I would want to mention. So I'll mention a couple. So we've got Furiosa, that
I haven't
movie,
watched either of
dude.
them.
Okay, Christian. All right, buddy. That's fun, dude.
I
You're in for
haven't
a fun
watched.
time, man. I'm a huge into post-apocalyptic movies, so that's like the movie for me. That's some awesome stuff there. And then the other movie that's just I can't stop thinking about it, bro, is Challengers. It's so good.
Challengers.
Zendaya,
I
dude.
haven't watched it either, dude.
Dude,
You're killing me right now.
dude, Challengers, Zendaya, the sound. Okay, if we're talking soundtracks to like just listen to, I mean the Challengers soundtrack is just, or I guess the score, right? I always
Yeah.
get confused when someone says the soundtrack, but
Hey,
that's like,
buddy, I get what you're talking about.
you know
Don't
what
worry
I'm talking
about it.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and I guess the other movie you gotta throw in there is probably Dune 2. Those are probably the three that
Yeah.
have stuck out to me this year. But man, I haven't seen anything in like the last half of the year. I feel like I just fell off a cliff and I did not watch as many movies as I wanted to.
I've
New
watched
new ones like
movies.
in theaters and stuff.
I haven't like logged them in,
I got you.
which is wild. But
That
like
seems wild to me as a letterbox boy. I thought you
I
were.
know it's been a minute since I logged. I think the last movie I logged in, I don't even remember, and I'm not gonna check right now, honestly, because then I'm gonna get disappointed that I haven't logged in my movies. But I have on my notes,
Mm,
you know.
all right. Next one, buddy.
I'm trying to remember.
You want me to do one?
No. I got it. I got
Oh,
it.
okay.
I am thankful for honestly just like
Or things you love. Things
gray
you love.
hairs.
You love your gray hairs.
Yeah, and I'll say
Okay.
why. I'm not gonna like get super like sad or anything, but like you don't picture like really like, or at least like me, like I never pictured like getting old.
Okay.
And it's not like this thing of like, oh, I'm not gonna make it or anything. I just didn't picture it. It didn't like ever go through my mind of like, oh, I'm gonna be
Mm,
like 26 sounded impossible when I was a kid for some reason. Like that was
I
like, oh,
got
you're
you.
like an adult, and I'm not gonna be there.
I know. Yeah. One. Yeah. I know what you mean
It
there.
wasn't
It's
this
like.
depressive thing. It was just like this thing of like, I don't think like that just doesn't sound like a real thing that's gonna happen to me.
Mhm.
And I always like struggled with the idea of like I'm aging, I'm really aging, and now like I'm just getting gray hairs, and it's not a million of them.
Mhm.
I get a on the sides, you know, like the Reed Richards. I get a couple
Yeah,
on my
dude.
beard.
The Pedro will say.
I think you pointed one out after we recorded the last episode, and I was like, God damn.
Yeah, I could see it with the camera, dude, which is
But
pretty impressive.
yeah. I mean, there's one right there.
Ha!
Just I don't know. Like every time I see a new one, like I get excited, and people are like, "Dude, it's just a couple." But every new gray, it's like I'm still here. You know,
Mm.
I made it another gray hair, another
Another
year,
gray hair, my man. Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's exciting. It's like, oh, I'm actually like making it. I'm still, you know, living,
Things are happening, man.
and I just never pictured myself like living the life I live in general. Like this is talking to a friend about comics.
That's
And
a good point
every
when you
new
put it
gray
that
hair
way.
is just like, oh, I gained like something. I gained more in life. So it's where
Ooh.
people like sometimes hate them. For
Yeah,
me, it's
yeah.
more like I'm
It's
happy I'm here.
it's evidence of a life well lived.
Exactly.
I
And I'm
got
gonna
you, dude.
look so smart.
I know. I was gonna say. I mean, your dad, right? Like I've seen your dad, right, in the music videos and stuff like that, dude.
Yeah.
If that's anything to go by, bro, you're gonna have a nice head of
Yeah.
lettuce there.
Yeah, my dad is I think it's just white hair. He has like some like
Better
but
than
it's
balding, though, brother. And you know
oh
that. You know that,
100% better than
100%. So,
balding. I remember I was always afraid of balding, and when I would
yep.
ask like people like, hey, like I'm afraid of balding, they'd be like, you know, like stress causes balding. What stresses you out? And I always be like, balding.
Balding, yeah. See, that's my number one. Um, all right, buddy. My next one. I gotta give a shout out to Survivor, and I know,
All right.
guys,
Hey, no,
listen,
no, no.
listen.
Jeff Probst, I get it.
Things I love, right? Because I talked about shows, but those were shows where people were stuck somewhere. I guess technically Survivor is a show where they're stuck on an island. Listen, guys, Survivor, the season finale was last night. Hats off to a great season, man. My
I
love for
saw a couple posts
Survivor
of it.
is going strong, dude. So, you know, some
Yeah.
people, they like hate watch a show for like 40 years and they're just like,
Yeah.
man,
And
this
then
is
pretend it's
terrible.
not cool.
Yeah, and I'm loving Survivor more than I ever have. So I don't know what's wrong with you guys that are just complaining all the time. I thought this was a great season, well deserved winner too, because that's something that doesn't
Yeah.
happen very often. You know, you'd want it to happen more often than it does.
Yeah.
But you got a well deserved winner, so you got to give a shout out to Survivor season 47, dude.
Long.
Yeah,
Wow.
baby. They do 2 a year though. That's why, guys. They do 2 seasons a year. So
I feel like we're gonna have to speed through the couple last ones.
I got you. That was my Survivor.
Just
spiel,
because we're
guys.
at the 15-minute mark.
Yeah, I want to be like a Survivor influencer, bro. But Riley says I can't do it.
Yeah.
I
No,
want
you
to, though,
don't
so
have
bad.
it. You don't have what it takes, dude.
I was
You're
about
too
to do it.
biased. You're
I
too
know it.
biased.
I know it.
I
All right, buddy. Bring on.
Creativity. I'm really happy about
You
just
loved
being
it.
creative.
Ooh, I
Seeing
love
you
that.
be creative, myself.
Yeah.
Like I feel like maybe I haven't put out as many videos as I did last year.
I got you.
But every video that I've been making just like fills me like with like pride. It's like I did this.
I know what you mean, dude.
Like
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
and like it, and I don't make simple things anymore. Like if I make
No.
something simple, I get bored immediately.
I got you. Yeah.
But I'm just so happy with like and like yeah, sure, I'm talking about comics in the videos, but like that just feels so creative and like waking up with like, oh, I have an idea. I told you
Yeah,
an idea
dude.
yesterday, and like I'm not gonna say it here because I'm not ready yet.
Yep.
But like just like waking up with like I have an idea or like driving.
I love it, dude.
I drive without music a lot of times.
Okay, just so you can be thinking, get the
Just
gears
so I can
turning.
be thinking. Dude.
Yep.
And like I don't know, I feel so creative all the time.
Yep.
That's all I'll say. Creativity.
I got you. That's a nice one, dude. I know what you mean too, because I feel like we both just kind of push each other as far as creative, bouncing ideas off each other and stuff like that. It's been really great. One for me, dude. I kind of hinted at it earlier, but just living in Maine now, dude. Just I swear to God, bro, that it's just different. Like moving from Rhode Island to Maine doesn't seem like a crazy difference. Only like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, but the air is better. I'm right next to the water. Like in terms of the ocean, I'm still pretty close, but I'm next to a bunch of lakes and stuff. I can like walk to a body of water through the woods.
That's nice.
It's I'm closer to family, closer to friends. I don't know, dude. It's just everything's better once I started living in Maine. Once we moved back, because it's like, man, when we were in Rhode Island, it's pretty lonely. I mean, I was working from home.
Yeah. No. I mean, you talk to me all the time.
Yeah, it's like me, like honestly, dude, like Christian, like just you and me. It was like you were kind of holding me through the time in Rhode Island, just because I had no friends in Rhode Island. But
I'm okay with you talking less, by the way.
Just living in Maine, dude, it's so much better for our mental health, both of me and the wife. So definitely recommend
100%.
it, guys. If you're looking to move somewhere, might I recommend Maine? But yeah, dude, lay it on me, dude. What's your next one? What did you love in 2024?
What did I love in 2024? I'll say this: it's comic book adjacent.
Okay.
C2E2.
Ooh, I like that, baby. Okay.
But I'll say specifically, Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Ooh, I was gonna write that earlier
because that's a moment you and I shared. We went to C2, and it was a trip about friendship. Like we were working.
Yep.
I think it was a trip that established that what we're doing kind of matters.
Yeah, and it kind of like works too. You know what I'm saying?
Because we filled up a room, and I wanted to cry out of like just like the sheer like happiness, I guess, because I didn't expect like 5 people to show up.
I gotcha.
Met some really cool people. Met Drew. Met Tessa. We just met cool people.
Yeah, dude.
And
Tessa's awesome too.
She's great.
I didn't say that about Drew.
Tessa's okay. She's gonna text me after this, being like, "What the fuck did you say?"
Well, notice I didn't say anything about Drew. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I hate Drew. No, dude, but it was like just the dumbest things. Like we ate potatoes, and that was like to me.
Yeah.
Every time I look at potatoes at the supermarket, I'm like, okay.
The
Or
best
like,
spuds, dude. I
but
always think
then
about the best
the
spuds.
culmination of the entire trip to me was we were doing karaoke and we left because
Yeah.
it was so annoying. But
Thank you.
you wanted to sing "Everybody Wants to Rule the World."
Yep. My karaoke song, which I've
Yeah,
decided since that moment.
and we had the wildest night ever going back to the hotel.
Yeah, dude.
And then
Absolutely.
I don't know what like made me do it, but I was just like, "Hey, let's sing." I started singing it, I think, and
Once you hear it, you can't not
I
sing it,
honestly
brother.
thought you were gonna be like, "Okay, it's 3 a.m. in the middle of nowhere,"
No,
but
because
we
remember it started raining. It's like you
yeah,
might
it
as well
started
just sing,
raining,
guys. You
and
might as
we
well,
sang
dude.
the entire song.
No, Christian, I'll just tell you. My next one was gonna be like a convention,
Yeah,
like the conventions that we went to. So I'll just add on to it, bro. C2E2 was like one of the most fun experiences I've ever had.
yeah,
Definitely looking to repeat it in the new year. I definitely I applied for that panel again, and
yeah.
then
That'd
also
be
at
good.
AwesomeCon. So we'll see what happens, guys.
Yeah,
I don't know if Christian and I'll be able to squeeze in both because they're both so close together, but I'd like to, bro, because I had so much fun at both
we're gonna
when we've
try.
gone in the past. Yeah, so
Yeah,
definitely the conventions and just hanging out in real life with my good buddy Christian.
yeah. It
That's
was
definitely a
fun, man.
highlight of my year. So, yeah, dude. I've got
Yeah.
uh one more. No, two more. I got two more.
Okay, you want to speed through them, and I'll
Yeah,
end
yeah.
it with one.
Okay, sounds good. Um, some video games I want to shout out. Obviously being a reader, like comics and all that stuff, there's not as much time to game as I'd like. But a couple games that stood out to me this year: Astrobot on the
Okay, game
PS5,
of the year.
game of the year, bro. It's
Game of the
very
year.
awesome platformer, just an homage to PlayStation's history, just a ton of
Okay.
fun. Really well made game there.
It's I
Balatro. Oh, sorry. What are you saying?
I feel like Astro Boy is what Little Big Planet could have been.
It's exactly, it's like that line, right? Like you can see like the lineage, and it's definitely like the next one after Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, it's kind of the culmination of all of its ideas
Yeah.
executed perfectly. And then Balatro, dude, Balatro, love that game,
I've heard a lot about it, but I don't
dude.
know what it is.
You'd probably get into it. It's a card game. It's kind of like poker. It's like the hardest thing to explain. It's a roguelike though. So like each run is different, and you're trying to
Okay.
beat the run. You're probably gonna lose a lot, but you'll learn a lot along the way. And it's just like the most satisfying game of all time. It's like
Yeah.
it's hard to master, but it's easy to understand. So that's kind of like the draw of it. And then I got to give a shout out to Marvel Rivals, guys. The bug has bitten me. Just came out recently at the time of recording,
Yeah.
but what what an astounding game, dude. It's everything I've loved in Overwatch and other team-based shooters, but it's just tuned to. I was like, okay, it's another Overwatch clone, yada yada, but
Yeah. No, it's
it's
good,
like the
dude.
best Overwatch clone
I've been watching
on Loki Dumb.
yeah, I'm Loki Dumb, a
Yeah,
friend, play it, and they're having fun.
yeah. So Sarah's having fun. A lot of people, dude. The thing about Marvel Rivals, the last thing I'll say about it is the queue times are
Yeah, they're
so fast. You
yeah.
literally click play and
And
you're
there's a
in a game.
million people playing like
Right. So it's like it's just this 5 minute as a
yeah.
match, and you play another one 5 minutes as a match, and all the different combos and stuff you can do. Like the one that stood out to me once I figured out you can do it. You can do the fastball special, bro.
Yeah,
You
I
can be
know.
the Hulk throwing Wolverine. It's like
That's a good one.
epic, dude, epic. So just a ton of fun with Marvel Rivals. And then the last game I'll just throw a shout out to is Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
Yeah, it's really good. Just came out. I haven't had too much time to play it, but it is like the lost fourth Indiana Jones movie. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah.
It's a direct sequel to Raiders, so it's like perfect, dude. And Troy
That's good,
Baker does
dude.
a killer
And
Harrison Ford
I know
impression.
you love Indiana Jones.
Yeah, yeah, I like Indiana Jones, dude. Not so much Kingdom of the
I
Crystal
know.
Skull so much, but
Yeah.
yeah, dude. So that's all the games I wanted to highlight this
And
year.
you have one more, right?
One more, just my love for action figures. This year was the
Yeah.
year for action figures, bro. If last year was the year of maybe like collected editions, I went a little crazy. Just trying to get like the main stuff just so they didn't go out of print. This year was the year of action figures, bro. I had
Yeah.
so
I
much
feel
fun
you.
action figure hunting, making it kind of like a bigger part of my page, my channel,
Your
all that
identity.
stuff. My identity, dude. It's like And dude, honestly, in a lot of ways, I have a lot more fun collecting action figures than I do, like
Collecting
looking for
comics.
comic books.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
you.
Yeah.
There's a magic behind like looking for a toy.
Yes, dude. And
And
it
I
all
say toy
started.
as a entire like genre because I know they're not toys, you know.
It all started when I bought this guy here, which is the it's like a remake of the Amazing Fantasy,
Yeah.
his like first appearance suit.
Yeah.
That's why it's blue spider on the back. But once I like saw this at Target, took it home, opened it up, and like started posing him, it just like
It
the
clicked.
way the waves of nostalgia, like it clicked absolutely, just like hit me.
I
It,
remember, and I will quote you
yep.
saying in Awesome Con, I don't want to buy an action figure because I don't want to start a new obsession. So I'm just
Yeah.
not going to buy them ever.
Yes, exactly, dude. So like I love this one so much, right? I went back to my parents' house and I found my old box of action figures. Thank God they kept them. And it's like just
Yeah.
holding this guy. It's crazy, like what it
Yeah.
does to my brain.
The articulation has gotten so much better since I was a kid.
Yeah, no, I mean this articulation. Do you know what's crazy though? This is the last thing I'll say about action figures. Back in the day, bro, you're not gonna be able to see this. You see his hand?
Yeah.
It's doing like it's open, but you
Yeah.
can fold his fingers to do a Spider-Man.
Oh, that's dope.
And it's like, dude, action figures nowadays don't do that, brother. They have like this joint for his fingers to do this.
Yeah.
It's like, why did
That's
they do that?
insane.
Anyways,
That's pretty cool.
but yeah,
I
action
like
figures. That's my last one, dude. It's just my ultimate love of the year has just been these little things.
that's good. I want to like I want to do a last one, but I'm trying to like do something not very specific
More
because I feel
ethereal.
like something that you know what? It's going to be really weird. Fashion. And I don't mean like high fashion or
Ooh,
anything.
okay.
But I feel like I've like not right now. I just came out of work, but like I feel like I've sort of found like a look.
Okay. I feel you there, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and I feel like I've started doing my hair all the time. I don't do my hair in the mornings, and I'll explain why. Because you know how like my hair is like big and it goes up a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
I have a headset at work, and then immediately as soon as I put it down, my hair just goes fully down. So that's
Yeah.
where I had, but like that, just like shirts. Like I know what to wear. I know what
Yeah.
makes me feel. I've started wearing shorts.
Okay, interesting. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not me.
yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, yeah. That is interesting.
Yeah. So that's sort
Fashion,
of
bro. I feel you on that. I mean, I've kind of started settling into a style. You get the overshirt
yeah.
with the shirt. I don't know if you
And
call that style, but it just
no
kind of
no I
matches
did
my
that for a
vibe. But
minute. But
yeah,
I'll say this: it's not even because I look so good.
yeah.
It's because I feel better.
Ooh, I like that, bro.
Like
I
it
like that.
might be like sound like kind of like egocentric,
No, no,
but
dude.
when
You,
you
you
go
look good.
out and
Yeah, yeah.
people
You feel better.
mention
You
it,
look better. Yeah, yeah.
maybe you're having a bad day. Hey, dress a little bit nice, go out, and maybe you'll feel better.
I got you.
You know,
No, no,
like you
I'm with
dress
that.
like you're going to a party, you feel like you're going to a party.
Right.
And that's sort of how I feel. It's like just like, dude, I dress up nice to be at home sometimes.
Damn, bro. Yeah, yeah.
And it
No, I
just
feel you
makes
there, man. Definitely, and you mentioned like shorts and for the summer stuff, that's what I struggle with is like what to wear in the summer. But
yeah.
living in the Maine, bro, I got the winter
Yeah.
fall look on lock, brother. I'm set for about 6
You
months
got
right
snow
here.
right now?
It melted today because of the rain, but
Nice.
it snowed, it melts, and it snowed, and it melts. So we're going
Yeah,
through that
no,
cycle,
I
but it's
think
awesome.
it's the fashion of feeling more like myself,
I got you.
you know?
Right on, dude. That's a good one.
Cuz I dress like that for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what I like. It's not like, oh my god, everyone's going to look at this. I don't care. I know what I dress like.
Right.
And that's what I like. Just feeling comfortable. So
Nah, man,
yeah.
that's a good one.
None of us said this show, but I feel like that goes without saying.
Yeah, I would. I mean, obviously, something I loved was just the community
Yeah,
that we
100%.
have. I mean, it's just great. The crossover comics, everybody listen
Yeah.
to the pod, everybody on the TikToks and such.
Yeah. I
Um,
hope like
yeah,
people know like this every single comment when I see it come in, it makes me smile.
right,
It doesn't even
hundred
matter
percent,
if it's
dude.
a bad comment. You know?
Yeah, just I mean, just people comment, it just like
Yeah.
blows my mind. Sometimes
It kind of feels like
I know what you
as
mean,
much as like I felt good, like we did a panel with like X amount of people,
right?
it still feels kind of crazy.
Yeah, for
Even
sure.
even getting books from like specific brands, like it still feels
Yep.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Something. As we're closing out the episode, something I told my shop. I haven't told my shop that I make videos and stuff like that
Yeah.
yet. But I did tell them. I said, "Yo, drop all the distillery stuff from you guys." I'll be honest with you because they just send me everything. My friend has hooked me up. I'm on like a press list or something. So I just told my comic shop like, "Yo,
Yeah.
I got to stop getting like doubles of some of this stuff because I don't know what distilleries send me, but it
Yeah.
seems
They
like they're
usually
starting to
send
send me
cover
like
A's.
exactly. So
Yeah.
if they're sending me cover A's, bro, then I don't need them from my shop. Save myself like $9.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's our list, dude. I
yeah,
feel
dude.
like this episode's like a palate cleanser before we go into 2025.
Yeah, get ready, guys, because our next episode is we'll take we'll take a little bit to plan it. I got to schedule a guest and such,
Yeah,
but
maybe we can do
tiny.
maybe we could do like a guest for the next one, just like to have one, and then the next episode is the big one.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on, guys. But look forward to our big color breakies episode. You guys always
Yeah,
like that.
coming back.
So yeah, definitely look forward to a lot of comic book
Yeah,
discussion and our color breakies. Yeah, dude, that's been it. I don't know. Color break episode
and I'm
47, dude.
thankful for you, Cody.
Yeah, well, thankfuls were last time.
Yeah, but I'm still like the big. If you like things, you're thankful that they happen, dude.
True. No, you're right.
Yeah, so
I'm
shut
thankful
up,
for you,
dude.
buddy. Yeah, yeah.
Good, thank you.
Right
There
on,
we
right
go.
on, man.
Close it
Listen,
out.
guys. Thanks for listening to Color Break, your third favorite comic podcast. It's been episode 47 on the road
Yeah,
to 50, dude. The big 5-0, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Catch you in the next one.
Catch you on the next one.